Welcome back, everyone. I've been having great fun with R2R DACs lately, so I thought I would give this a try as well. This is the LAiV Micro DAC. It's also an R2R DAC, and as usual, it has this beautiful unboxing experience, designing dreams, yours specifically. I don't know, it just seems a little cheesy, but oh well. Lovely little card here. You can get more information. Of course, you take this, you flip it over, and it's a little quick start manual of what you expect to find inside, basic setup instructions. You have this lovely little corner that's knocked out here, so you can easily grab that, flip it open, and there it is. I got this used, so it is a little bit fingerprinty, but that's okay. You'll see that we have a screen out front, kind of mimicking some of these same corners. There's your power button to turn it on and off. This matches the form factor of the micro DDC that I had earlier. A couple of control buttons in front in terms of going through the menus and such things. This great big beautiful gold knob looks like you should be able to control the volume, but I don't believe you can. I think it's just for menu selection and beautiful looks. So there you go. Little rubbery pads underneath these gold feet, so it's a very pretty looking thing. As far as the back, let's see what we've got for connections. A few interesting things about this. You'll notice that it has only balanced outputs. You do not have single-ended RCAs coming out of this thing, so you have to make sure that your preamp, which you'll need for the volume control, does have balanced inputs. You'll notice an I2S input, which is probably going to be the best for use here. Of course, we've also got coax and optical, which are both SPDIF based, and of course USB. In general, my tests in the past with other DACs have shown I2S to be better than USB. We'll see. As far as coax and optical, generally speaking, I haven't gotten as good results with that, but we'll give them all a try just to be sure. You'll also notice that there is an upgrade button, so that you'll be able to upgrade the firmware here, probably by plugging in something to the USB port. And then finally, this does take an external power supply. 15 volts is what's required, so I'll be trying it with its supplied power supply, which I'm expecting is a switch mode supply. Okay, there's a little box out. And open this up here. There we are, open, and let's just dump it all out. What have we got inside of here? We have a fairly significant power brick here. It says it is 1.2 amps, which is interesting because, or sorry, output is 2 amps, which is good because this thing takes 15 volts and 2 amps in. Very lightweight switch mode supply, so I'm fairly sure that a better external supply will help this a whole lot. And then these are just various different connectors for different parts of the world. So not a lot inside, no extra cables or anything like that, but it at the same time is a lovely little block of machined aluminum. I'll look forward to getting this on my system and doing some comparisons with all the other DACs that I've got kicking around the house. Thanks very much for watching. If you enjoyed it, always happy if you press that like button, and happy if you jump on board and subscribe. Thanks very much, and have yourself a great day, evening, night, week, holiday season, or whatever day you happen to be watching this. Bye for now.